if you use weighted assignment groups, Canvas will calculate that weighting for you. So for example, and I've seen this in a lot of syllabi, so I'm sure you're familiar with it as a student or as an instructor, that instructors will decide that all of the homework in this class is going to be worth 10% of the grade. All of the discussions will be worth 10%. Your exams will be worth 40%, and your project will be worth 40%, just as an example. So they divide out and give different weights to different parts of the course, okay? And if you do that, and if it's in your syllabus especially, and you're using Canvas, then you can set Canvas up to do these calculations for you, which is really nice. It's a good thing that Canvas offers you. I'm going to show you how that's done. So on your assignments index page, you have one group, and you can see that it's there. You have this tool here, this little arrow, it closes. It's got this shading. This is a group, okay? We'll open that up. You always have one group by default, and it's always called assignments. Everything in that group, every graded and in some cases not graded activities, everything in here is worth 100% of the student's final grade. Okay, that's an important concept to just consider, because in order to weight your groups in Canvas, you're going to need more than one group. Okay, so you start with one, it's called assignments, and then you add groups. So we're going to add, what did I say? I said homework, I said discussions. We'll add a discussions group. And we'll add an exams group. So we're going to add 3 groups total. Add an exams group. And then the third group that we'll add will be project group. Group project. Okay. So now we have 4 groups, right? This assignments group, you don't want to just leave a group empty. You could, it wouldn't hurt anything, but we can use this existing group and we'll just rename it. So you see these 3 dots here, click on that and edit this group, and we'll call this group homework. Okay. So now you have those 4 groups. Now that you have 4 groups, now you can divide out that original 100% into whatever percentages you want to weight your assignments. And you do that at the very top of the page. There are these 3 dots. These are the action items that you can do for the entire index page, assignments settings. So we'll click on that and we will do assignment group weights. We're going to say, yes, Canvas, please weight the final grades based on the assignment groups. And these will be the percentages. We'll do 10% for homework, 10% for discussions, 40% for exams, and 40% for the group project. And that's a total of 100%. We'll save that. And now you can see that at the top of each group, you have that percentage designation. Canvas has also put this into the syllabus and also communicates this to your students. So this is really convenient and wonderful. Now that you have the groups, you can organize your content into those groups. So I'll just drag and drop midterm into the exams. I'll drag and drop the group discussion into discussions, and I'll drag and drop the group projects into the group project group. Okay. And then I'll keep these other things in homework, and I'll also have participation in homework. Now, there are many good reasons to do this. One is that now I can add however much homework I want in here. And the scoring doesn't really matter as much. So it's not like 15 or 10% of 1,026 points, okay? It's not that at all. Now Canvas will do all of these calculations for you. You can make everything have the same value, like 10, for example. These are all 100, but you could do all of your homework at 10 points. Then your students will understand how they're doing by the scores that they get, and it just simplifies everything. The final amount of the grade is never going to be above 10%. It will always be 10%, and you can add things as you go and don't have to worry about recalculating. If you do want to weight things within a group, the way that you would do that is by the points in the group. Okay, so let me explain. Show you also how, having created these groups, what we're going to do is add the final exam here. So we'll go back to the quizzes, and we have this final exam that's not really a practice. Okay, so we'll open that up, and I want you to see how, first of all, we'll review, we'll make this graded, and we now have an assignment group area here that doesn't just say assignments. By default, this assignment group, it just has one choice, and that's assignments. Now we've got the groups that we added. Okay, so we've changed that by adding those groups. We're going to add this assignment, the final 2 exams. We'll save that. And so instead of having to drag and drop on the assignments index page, Canvas just put it in there for us. Okay. Now, if you need to do internal weighting inside of a group, this is a good example because a final exam typically is going to be worth more than a midterm exam. And so you would do that with your points. You would give the final exam 200 points, your midterm exam 100 points, and that will be 40% of the grade total, but the final exam will be more heavily weighted than the midterm exam. Okay, so that wraps up the weighting pro tip for you.